Here's my thought on it. I love the game of golf. Golf's probably my favorite sport. I don't think the PGA Tour has anything to worry about. Until the LIV Golf Tour or group gets TV rights, I don't think the interest for many people is going to be high. And for the players that chose and they had their own opinion or right to go choose whatever their reason was, it's theirs. But if I'm the PGA Tour, Stephen A., I look at it, and Michael and Molly, I look at it like I'm the NFL. I'm the king of the castle. Mm-hmm. And we've seen so many different kinds of leagues try to form in the football world that haven't been successful. And it's because, like Stephen A., when I was a kid and I wanted to go dream of playing in the NFL, I had the dream of playing in the NFL because it was the NFL. It had the history of it. I grew up watching Steve Young and Brett Favre and John Elway, wanted to be those guys. And then Peyton Manning and wanting to be, and I wanted to climb that mountain and go reach the very top. And I think that's why so many players are on tour, is it because when they were kids and they watched it on television, that became their dream. And I don't think that unless the PGA Tour starts to lose television rights to networks or lose young superstars, I just don't see how whoever goes over there, unless they're the young superstar, how it poses a real threat to the PGA Tour because they're the king of the castle.
Let me chime in here because I don't disagree with either of y'all points. They're both on point, and I get that. What bothers me about this story and why I take it with the seriousness that I believe it deserves, even though I am far from some golf aficionado, I leave that to you, Michael, and I'm not even that big of a golf fan. This is why the story is serious to me. People jumped all over Phil Mickelson for his comments months ago that forced him to disappear for a couple of months and go into hibernation and all of this other stuff. We got all of that, right? And you're doing business with Saudi Arabia. Our government does business with Saudi Arabia. Our government does business with China. And people try to get us to react with fervor towards golfers, individuals playing a sport that decided to take some money that's out there. That's real slick. And I don't like that. And so to me, there's a bigger picture here that I think that Phil Mickelson has craved for us to address. Go back to his comments in February, I believe it was, Michael, and he was talking about, I know, this government and the heinous reputation that it had, and the Washington Post journalist that was murdered, and the wife is talking about, or the fiance rather, was talking about how the players should be banned from the PGA. She's entitled to her opinions. I understand that she comes from a heartfelt place, and our love and condolences go out to her. What I'm saying is, let's focus on what Phil Mickelson was saying. He said maybe by doing this, the money that's out there, the option that's out there, will force the PGA to step up to the plate and treat us better. I'm paraphrasing, Michael, but that's the gist of what he was talking about. And so what I'm saying is, what about that? Michael Collins is here on the show with us on national television. I ask you this question. Did Phil Mickelson have a point when he talked about how golfers believe the PGA should be treating them better?
Absolutely, he had a point. And one of the golfers that I spoke to last week on the Korn Ferry Tour said this: I'm not one of the big-name golfers out there, but I've been on both the PGA Tour and the Korn Ferry Tour for a long time, and this dude's been very successful. He told me straight up, the mid-level guys have been telling the tour for a long time, hey, man, we got some issues. And you know what? It's been falling on deaf ears. And Dan, to your point, I love the fact that you brought up the NFL on this one, because I talked to a caddy 2 nights ago who used that exact same thing. But you know what that caddy also said? What other options other than the NFL are there? And when have players from the NFL ever had some other organization come in and go, we got a lot more money than the NFL. We got a lot more money than the NFL. So when you talk about these guys dream of playing on the PGA Tour, but here's the deal, though. Go ahead, understand this. All right. Right now, the PGA Tour players do not own their own NILs, right? They don't own their own NILs.
But
they're
college
owned by the
athletes now do.
PGA Tour.
Right.
Right. That's exactly. So literally, Deion Sanders could recruit a kid who's going to make more money off of his NIL than a PGA Tour pro will be able to.
Go ahead, Dan.
So don't tell me
Dan.
there aren't issues. Q School this year, just Q School will only get you to the Corn Ferry Tour. You got to pay $6,500 entry fee. It went up, doubled in price to get on the Corn, just for an opportunity to get on the Corn Ferry Tour. And if you go through all 3 stages and then play the first 4 events, 2 in Bahamas, Panama, and Venezuela, you could be out $30,000 before you make a check.
Yeah, Dan.
Real quick, Dan.
Dan,
I got the last comment.
Dan, because I just want to say, don't you think it would be a little tempting if you're making the league minimum, say, as an NFL player, and you have an opportunity to become a multimillionaire?
Yeah, absolutely. But eventually, they can't just keep shelling out money for players that aren't going to produce some form of revenue. Again, TV deal. Listen, Phil Mickelson was one of my favorite golfers ever. Phil didn't go to the LIV Tour to be some representative for the PGA Tour needing to make a change. He went for the money. And that's totally his prerogative. The same with DJ. I look at it the same way Rory does. Rory talked about Francis Ouimet and the history of golf. When I think of golf, I think of Tiger at Augusta, Rory at Jack's Place. I think of Spieth so like when you've got guys like Rory and John Rahm talking about what golf actually means to them.
There you go, Dan. Now, hold on, Dan. Let me ask you a question right there. I got to ask you a question right there. How come it's the guys who already got their big paycheck? How come those are the dudes that are standing up? Rory got his $125 million deal from Nike. So now he's the one who's like,
because they got the platform,
money,
Michael.
He's the one who gets to go, hey, y'all, think about legacy. It's not about the money. Hey, you already got your check. Why are you going to tell me when I ain't got my check that I can't go get mine?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.